Welcome back, everyone. We are finding more of these, things, the connections, the hidden connections or whatever.
Which is a really boring task.
Yeah, it is.
You just walk around and click on stuff.
Yeah, it's like, oh, which ones? And what's weird is, in the cutscene, it showed, like, that red, stormy stuff.
Yeah,
but it didn't do it for any of the other. It doesn't do it for any of the other ones, and it's really annoying.
It is annoying. It's just dumb.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
They're just trying to prolong this.
Yeah. And the weird thing is, the last one, there's only one left that I have to get right now. And the problem
I forget
is,
where they're all at.
I know the last one, and I feel really stupid about this because I thought I got it, actually, was one I already passed. And it's, I keep running away from it. See, this is one of the problems with doing posts, is like, it's like, I know what I did wrong, and now it's like, but it's like, oh, I thought, and at this point, I thought I got all of them. So I'm like, uh-oh, there are no more ones, no more channels, connections left. So it's like, what the hell? Where's this last one that I should have? And I'm just kind of like, I guess check them all again. Check all of the artifacts. And then, here we go. Just the last, this one that I thought I got.
Yep.
And I didn't. So it's like,
there goes the statue.
That statue exploded really quickly. Oh, really, Liara? You think so?
Thank God we have a scientist.
You wouldn't have known there was a beacon if I wasn't here.
Mm-hmm. We need to hurry. Also, the other thing that kind of irritates Shepard with this, I don't know if it happens with only having Liara, but I know if you have her and Javik, that he gets really pissed off because that's how the Asari became so super advanced, was because they were taking the information from the beacons before anyone else could. So, like, that Shepard gets pissed off, and it's like you were hoarding this for yourselves, and just like, what the hell?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have to censor that, but since I had to be online for the multiplayer, I forgot to go offline to play the single player and record. So hey, friends saying going online.
Looks like a VI. Remember Vigil?
You know what's really weird?
What's that?
Vigil, the one on Ilos, didn't sound anything like this Prothean or Javik.
The VI was broken.
I know, but it wouldn't change the accent.
Maybe they don't have the same accent.
Maybe.
You also have to remember when if you talk to Javik, he talks about how when everyone was considered Prothean, but they were assimilated races.
Okay.
So it may not have necessarily had been like the original race of the Protheans.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Yay! Cycles repeating themselves.
I always really like this part, like because this is finally one of those moments where they're kind of like, let's just explain stuff, and not worry about if we're being too heavy-handed with it. Yeah. I wish more of the series was like that where they were just like,
okay, we're gonna do long stretches of time and then big chunks of plot,
like that. There's nothing wrong with being heavy-handed with your exposition.
Unless it's really forced.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, it's something like when I was watching, no spoilers with this, but when I was watching Guardians of the Galaxy, it's such a departure from all the other Marvel movies that when they have to explain some things that only happen in, like, the cosmic side of the Marvel Universe, they could have pretty much just had the characters turn to the camera and been like, this is what it is. They pretty much had to do that, but it's kind of forgiven because there's no other way to explain it.
Right.
And that's how I feel like some of these things should have been like. That they should have been like, instead of having like people allude to certain things, like had just talked about it like this.
Yeah.
I think it would have worked better.
Yeah, that would have been nice, because it is really fun to just say, okay, this is very, very plot specific, instead of like picking out specific instances of plot and whatnot. It's like, oh, was that plot, or was that just side story that doesn't really matter? Now it's like, oh, this is really important. They're talking about the Reapers, the Rupors.
The Rupors.
I want one of these things.
That's really cool.
Especially since it's like just glowy blue and then it turns into Martin Sheen. It's Martin Sheen meets Tony Stark.
Oh God.
Or did your Prothean expert miss that one?
Whoops.
Like, way to be a dick. Like,
Yeah.
we already don't like you.
Yeah, not at all, but yeah.
I have a question. They show him walking. Where is he actually walking to? Like, is he in
That-
his office, like, actually
Pacing on the
moving?
floor. Yeah, I don't know because he has that like virtual reality platform thing. So
Yeah,
it's
but
like
it's only, like, probably, like, what, 3 feet?
Yeah.
So, does he have, like, the entire room simulated to look like the Thessia room?
I guess. I mean, I don't get the exact things that's going on, but you know, hey, whatever. Oh, and by the way, if you guys want to get a really good ending kind of thing, but not like the story ending, but later on, do either all Paragon or all Renegade options when you're talking to the Elusive Man. Because the last decision, the last conversation that you have, the Paragon and Renegade options are only available if you only did all one or all of the other. You can't mix and match.
Yeah.
Which is kind of unfortunate. That would have been, you know, some of them would have been cool to kind of just be like, hey, you jerk.
Yeah. I don't know.
But, you know, hey, I'm doing all Paragon, so you'll see.
Yeah,
what
you get a more interesting response when you go back and forth, but
I know.
I think it, like they talk like constantly. The Elusive Man talks about shades of gray, but in Mass Effect there is no shades of gray. It's good or bad.
Yeah, there's not 50 of them.
No, there's none of that. Plus, why is that even? Why is that being a movie?
I don't know.
Why?
Even the movie, the trailer made me feel uncomfortable. Someone told me to watch it. I'm like, oh, fine, whatever. So I watched it, and it's like, dude, this is like, really uncomfortable.
I had an uncomfortable boner. It was weird.
I just was uncomfortable. Oh yeah, Kai Lang, you can only hurt him like a little bit, and then he regenerates, and you have to take cover while he regenerates. So
Basically, taking the Legend of Zelda school of boss battles.
pretty much.
He's actually a really hard mini boss on the harder difficulties.
Yeah, on the harder difficulties, I can imagine this.
Yeah, he's quite difficult. He'll kill you in one hit.
The one thing I do want to point out, though, is my health is now down to the second chunk, and that's only because of that stupid gunship.
Oh yeah, the gunship is what sucks. He's actually not that hard.
Everyone else is fine. Everyone else doesn't do a lot of damage, but that gunship just destroys. And that was a very convenient throw.
Also, Shepard, you have an assault rifle on your back.
Yeah, and that's what's really weird. I have noticed this during some cutscenes. He has one machine gun, one assault rifle, and in some other cutscenes he has a different assault rifle.
For no real reason.
And it's like some of them are the assault rifle, like the M7, whatever the hell that is, that you usually get. And
Yeah,
then
the Avenger.
Then there's some cutscenes
You use the one that
you're equipped, and it's
Yeah.
like, what's with the inconsistency? That doesn't make any sense.
It really makes no sense. Like it.
And I'll point it out again when we get to a mission later on that it happens where I keep the weapons that I chose.
Yeah, like,
So-
and one of the big things that I remember them talking about with Mass Effect 2 was that they were going to fix that problem. It looks like they just stopped caring.
Probably. EA probably said, you guys got to get this game out now. And that's...
But how hard is it to just, like... Because if they can do it in some cutscenes, why couldn't they do it in all?
I know. And then there's also why is the armor the same that you have equipped the entire time and not...
Exactly.
And not, like, you know, the weapons. And it's even weirder because it's like you have the weapons on your back in the cutscene.
Not in this one.
Not this particular shot, but in the cutscene before, it's like I had the Matic and the Javelin on my back, but I was firing the
Avenger.
The Avenger. So it's like, guys, something's amiss.
Also, how do you get into that?
I don't know.
Like the helicopter, there are no doors. And
I
it
know.
looks too small for it to actually, like, have, like, some sort of, like, passenger bay.
Yeah, and what I also want to know is what is underneath this thing that it has such a deep basement.
Well, that's the rest of the Prothean beacon. That's what they were showing.
Oh, okay.
So how did he get that weapon now? He had no other weapons on him.
He pulled it out of his butt. Methinks.
Maybe.
Your squad is going to die. We just said we were.
We read you. Give me your location.
So why can we hear everything but not talk? That
I
makes
don't
no
know.
sense.
You shouldn't be able to hear him.
Oh no, the banana squids! Crunch.
Like, this has to be one of the most terrifying shots, seeing both of them land down. And then it's, once again, it's a background image. Like, it's not like they're landing over you.
Yeah, that's... And I just don't want to answer the phone.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Like, here's the...
I don't get it. Why does Shepard, like, have such a bad feeling about this now? It's like it's not like we haven't seen the Turian homeworld or all these other places that get...
It's not that. I think it has to do more with...
Well, I know it's because we didn't get the VI, and he kind of glitched a little bit.
Yeah, he did.
He does that in these cutscenes, and I don't get it. It's like, it's a cutscene.
Why... Well, I never understood this. Why is it sometimes she's, like, really staticky, then other times you hear her perfectly?
The quantum entanglement isn't working.
Get the information.
But what? But the whole point of the quantum entanglement
So
is
there's
that
no
it's
interference.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no interference.
Cerberus was
Yeah, it's, I don't know.
we were
One of the cutscenes, I think we pointed this out before, is like when he kept looking off to the side for no reason. It's like, Shepard, what are you looking at?
I don't know.
I know you don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's just a situation on Thessia. Everyone is dead.
the Reapers are there in strength.
Dead. Completely.
There are preparations to make continuity of civilization to consider.
Yeah, isn't that what we're trying to do? The continuity of civilization as a whole?
Yeah. That's the
So
one
why
thing I
would
don't
you
get.
not have this planned out already?
Yeah, like I understand that they really don't want to like send all the troops to Earth to help, but every civilization in this game is way too selfish.
Yeah.
No longer safe for us to remain in this system.
Get us out of here.
Like more so than you would think.
Yeah, and one of the other things is, it's like, you know, but in the first game, oh no, the Reapers aren't a thing.
Which makes sense because
No one experienced it except Shepard and
Exactly.
Saren. Then the second game is like, oh well, maybe, but no, let's still not believe him until the collectors like are, you know, more in strength. But then again, we don't really do anything really on the Citadel all that much. I mean, we
Yeah.
do some stuff, but not a lot.
Kick them in the balls
Um,
for a change.
And then in this game, it's like, oh yeah, we know the Reapers are there, but we don't have a plan yet.
Anyone know where they're hiding?
You'd think that, you know, they even mentioned it's been weeks.
Mhm.
It's been weeks since Earth. So it's not like the Reapers just came out of the blue yesterday and they don't have a plan. They should have some form of thing in place to figure out what to do. So... Oh, and yeah, by the way, we tracked Kai Lang. It's being actively blocked, says the British woman. With, who apparently has a thing for digitized ladies' voices.
Sanctuary and little else. Sanctuary is a supposed safe haven for war refugees.
So yes.
this is the first time we hear about Sanctuary too.
Yeah, it's like, okay, hey, by the way, here's where you're going next, just so you know. We'll give you the planet and name and say this is what happened so you feel
Well, it's
more...
on Horizon. We've been there before.
I
like
know.
in Mass Effect 2.
I know.
Examine the data sources.
Did we do that in the Let's Play of Mass Effect 2?
Hmm?
Were we in there during the Let's Play?
No, because Sanctuary was built afterwards.
Okay. What did we do on Horizon then?
It was where you had. It was
Where we
they,
met
They were
Ashley?
yeah. That's where we met Ashley because the
Okay.
because the collectors were coming to abduct the people.
Okay. That's what I thought. Okay.
See, there should have been more of this. Like how you go back to Horizon.
Yeah.
There should have been more of this in the entire trilogy.
Like
you
going
should,
back
yeah,
to-
kept going back to the same planets to see how they change. Because that's how. Because here's the thing. That's how you create an actual emotional attachment to places and people
Yeah,
by
even-
having
it's
them
like Earth.
reoccurring.
It's like Earth. I don't have any emotional attachment to Earth. Yeah, I live on
Not
Earth.
the Mass Effect 3 Earth.
But it's like Mass Effect 3. It's like
Yeah, like you're supposed to care.
It's like,
you
I
spent
really-
no
it's like-
time and you don't know anything about like it's such a different place that you don't even consider it being Earth.
Yeah. Oh, and I do want to point out all of the extra stuff that I found on like I found some
Yeah,
extra
now you
stuff.
can talk to Anderson.
Yeah, I found some extra stuff off screen with like the Batarian fleets and stuff like that, and that
So
was
that's what all that
the
is.
Batarian fleet is actually one of the easiest side quests to get, and gets you the most war assets because all you do is find 3 things on the Citadel, and at the third one you convince the guy that like sticks a gun in your back to like help you.
Oh
You
yeah,
get 100, you get 155 war assets like that.
Well, because here's the thing. He's actually in Bring Down the Sky DLC. He's
For 2
actually
or
a
3?
pirate for the first one.
Oh, okay.
He's actually a pirate that you can either let him live and save the people he held captive, or kill him and let the people captive die.
Okay.
So you either do one of those 2 things. And if you let him live, then he appears in this game, and then
Or if you don't have that,
remembering
or if
the
you
right
don't have
thing.
that DLC at all, they just give him to you. No
Yeah,
problem.
because he ends up killing all those people and escaping anyway.
Right.
So-
So, and you never hear anything about it, so no big deal.
no.
Without like playing the DLC, you'll never know who that was until you get to that point. So
Because that's the thing, they never talk about any of the DLC characters outside of the DLC. Like if
Yeah.
you have the DLC, you'll hear news reports talking about them, or you'll hear them say stuff and all that.
But we'll see you guys next time, even though we kind of overran the actual video.
Yeah,
so
totally
see ya.
missed that.
See ya.